Hey, this is Nick from GatesAir. Today we have a lot to show you. Come on in, let's see what's going on. So today I had a chance to stop into Brent Whelan's office, and he takes care of a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to talk about a little bit more coming up here. But with that, just want to say thank you, Brent, for taking a minute to visit with me and let me interrupt your day, as it were. Especially, I know it's support. That's something that you don't do very often. But just give me a little bit of insight in terms of what you think support should be, kind of as a manufacturer today.
Well, our mindset at GatesAir, which really has never changed, is that we're going to support our transmitters and STL codecs, or whatever combination customers have. That's not the end of your transaction with us. Our goal is to provide the best technical support in the industry.
How do we handle our support calls if someone calls in, maybe on the phone, for example?
No, that's a great question. We have a call center for general technical issues. If there's an emergency outage, we offer toll-free phone-based support 24/7.
If it's maybe not on the phone and someone wants to maybe put a service request, that's what we call them at least. How does someone do that?
Yeah, exactly. We refer to them as SRs, service requests. Of course, you can find those on our customer portal online, right off the GatesAir.com website. Customers can initiate their own support request, which is really kind of cool. They can put in their own details, and that'll immediately get ported into our system, and we'll be able to give them a response, either phone or email.
If you have a logon and ID and you go on to our GatesAir support portal, bulletins, what else is on that site?
So the majority of the stuff that we have on the customer service portal is associated with new software releases for our products, tech manuals, application guides, which are really how-to guides. How does an engineer do something? And we have white papers as well.
Are we looking to put more stuff out there? Maybe mixed media or anything?
Unfortunately,
put it on the wish list.
Well, unfortunately, with the pandemic, we were forced to get really good at doing online support.
Yeah.
All of our technical training courses have migrated to online during the pandemic, and so we've got a very good social media platform and online platform for those training courses.
Okay, cool. So I want to put a new version of code on an Exciter or something, and so I'll tee it up so that I could work with maybe one of your guys directly, at a future time?
Exactly. If it's a known maintenance window that the customer's going to plan, obviously give us a call, set up a time. We'll make sure that we have somebody dedicated for that customer during that time period.
Here we have live support.
Yeah,
online help.
Our support team is localized here in Quincy, but we also have a number of regional support guys on the East Coast and the South, and we're looking at the West Coast as well.
Cool. So I was looking at some of the maps in your office here. Cleanest office, by the way, that I've ever seen.
So I get the award for that.
You get the award for that. So I see on the map there's some push pins that obviously aren't close to Quincy. It looks like it's kind of across the country. What do those markers represent?
Yeah, that's an easy indication for me to look up to see where our regional support engineers are.
Okay.
And so if we have a customer support scenario in one of those regional areas, it's an easy indication.
We know who can take care of the station based on distance and all that, and make sure that they are able to get out there and take care of things. Brent, I really appreciate you taking a break here in your day to kind of shed some light on what happens in the support area of things, of the business. With that, maybe is it okay if I bug some of the other guys here?
Yeah, no problem. We've got a number of guys in the office today, so have at it.
Okay, cool.
Hey Nick, I gotta run. I gotta get.
Oh, no worries. I'm gonna go bug someone else. Is that all right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
Good. Thanks. David Motley actually takes care of our services and support on a regular basis. You're a super busy guy, I know, so I don't want to interrupt, take too much of your time today. First of all, how's it going?
Pretty good, Nick.
Pretty good?
What brings you here to our lovely city of Quincy, Illinois today?
It's dangerous when they let one of us guys in the factory, period. So,
right.
But I will say on behalf of all the engineers that I work with, stations all over the place, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work. A bunch of insightful help, constantly to our customer base, I know, as well as to myself. You guys definitely go above and beyond. making yourselves available all the time. I know that's been at all hours of the day quite often.
Well, thank you very much for that, Nick. And you know, I think that's pretty par for the course for us here. And you know, we aim to please. So.
Yeah, and I know we align with stations that are operating also 24/7, 365, covering, you know, large sporting events like the Super Bowl or the World Series, and folks from our support team are mobilized to go make sure, you know, a lot of those events, you know, go off without a hitch. So do we have fun?
Absolutely.
It depends on the day. There's some stressful times, but then there's also some.
You know, there's a lot of good, and then there's a lot of bad too.
Yeah.
But we persevere through it, so it's all good.
Cool. So I had just two questions I was going to ask you today. Just how do we historically take care of all of these files, you know, for transmitters that have been made over 30, 40, 50, you know, we've been in business for 99 years now. How do we do that?
We strive to support this stuff for as long as possible. So sometimes some of those archives may go back to paper or even film.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Some of our more recent legacy stuff, you know, goes into, we have them archived in Agile.
Okay.
Agile is a
An internal database where we kind of keep all of that stuff in the record.
Yep, from there we can look at bill of material structures, find part numbers.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Documentation packages, software.
Man, wow.
Lots of things that are
There's a lot
available.
more stuff we could do on the background outside of just someone calling up and saying, hey, I need help with this model.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We port that out to our customer portal through Salesforce.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the customer
Salesforce is a big name. I've heard that.
you might know.
They're on the stock market. Yeah.
And that's our interface for our customers to log into, and they can then download documentation from there as well.
So, David, how do we support legacy products that are in production? I mean, obviously we can't make the same product for 30, 40 years. It would go out of style, as they say, so we want to have new products coming to market. But if someone has a legacy product, what do we do?
We'll stock the more important parts as long as we can, and try to have those available for the customers to call in for support on those products. So we do what we can. We have documentation. We try to help them with whatever is possible, or direct them to where they might get outside support.
And that's the beauty of it. I saw, you know, over on the factory floor is a lot of the components are off the shelf. There's no proprietary knowledge.
Right.
You know, I know back in the day, a lot of that stuff was, you know, certain companies would keep their own proprietary stuff in-house, but we've kind of gone to parts that are maybe off the shelf, easily replaceable, so that we don't shoehorn ourselves into being that guy that can only provide that replacement part.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's you know, one of the things that our development teams strive to do is find common parts, and of course that helps us out on the server side as well, to be able to keep those parts available for a customer as long as possible.
Yeah.
So
That's great input. Well, thanks for taking a minute for you know, chiming in on some of this stuff. It's great to know.
hey,
Thank you.
no problem. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks for coming here
No
today.
problem.
Appreciate it.